What's going on? Let's do a quick recap on Friday. I didn't get to do it. Well, I did one yesterday, but then my platform closed on me halfway through. So I just didn't finish it, and then I didn't upload it, obviously, because it wasn't done. I re-listened to some of it, and I was pretty fired up, and I was still emotional from this day. And look at all this clicky, man. This is not cool. Like, sure, it's progress, because my risk management is super tight when I do this. But this is too many strikes compared to what I wanted, at least. The commissions are higher because of it. There's like random ass losses. I'm like inverting the risk curve, as my one friend told me. Just exposing myself to a lot and of risk, that is, and not as much upside. Where in trading you want it to be flipped. You want to get those killer entries short and ride it as long as you can. But I would just sell early, right? So caught the short near, like, because I didn't get this entry with the size I wanted, so I caught it down here. And then I sold into this. And then it kept going, so I'm like, oh shit, like, get it on the next setup. So I get in here, and it just chops around, and I sell for $100, and then I chase it again, and I lose $100. Like, they're very tight risk, which is an improvement. Like, I would have blown up my account multiple times before in the same scenario because I wasn't focusing on risk. But this time, like, after these first two trades, which were really good, it was like, oh, we're going to make $50 and then lose 170 and then make $40 and then lose $70. And, like, not systematic. And all of these trades, again, are at random times. I don't do this, right? This is not how I get my badass stats and be that badass trader that I want to be and that I was before. When I do that, I have executions that are on point. 9 o'clock, 9:45, like at the open of the 15, at the open of the hour, not in the middle, not at 9:56, not at 10:03, 10:04, 10:30, whatever, 8. And those, well, except for this one, they were all bad. Like, they were not good trades. It wasn't necessarily gambling. Like, I wasn't off the hook. I had the right direction, and I was right with almost everything except for my entry. And that would have solved a lot of the emotional problems and therefore my execution errors. So I don't really have to go into a lot of the actual trades. We opened under a lot of key levels, gap down under these open prints, the PCHs, all of these black magics. This was an unwind from this accumulation. And who the hell knows where it's going to bounce. I think at this black magic PCH right here, tomorrow, or what's today? On Monday, we're going to see it. 38.50 will probably bounce. We might keep going, but if we just drop into it, I'm taking that long, 100%. So I was short most of the day. On the 1-2-3 reversal, I caught a couple longs, but again, they're all over the place, and they're not very structured. They're not disciplined. Although they are systematic, they could have been better. And I don't want to make this too long, but just reinforcement for me. Wait for the system to tell you to click, okay? Don't frickin' think you're a hero and click anyways. And I was rewarded for it because my intuition is correct with the market, but my entries were off, my risk was a little off, and my stats were lower. My win rate and my profit factor sucked this week, even though I made good money because of the things I just said. So next week I want to get back to 100% execution. I got my account back down to where I started it, very, very small, like $1,500 or $2,000, and I can still make $200 to like $1,200 a day with that size of an account because I trade as if it was 100,000. So I'm withdrawing it almost every single day that I make gains, which is almost every day. I've had like 2 red days since I got back a month ago. So how am I going to keep that up? I'm going to get back to the system and out of my head. So that's all. Thanks for listening. We'll see what happens next week. I only do these recaps when I don't get to share, when I'm in the room that I'm in. So these will be sporadic, kind of all over the place, but we'll see it. Thanks.